want you to keep it going. Next time I'm going to bring up the stage one of my best buddies in the whole world. We've been touring together for a long, long time. Good friends. I'm just honored to know him as a person and as a comedian. Folks, if you're not a John Brandon fan and you're a brand new one, please welcome the greatness that is John Brandon, everybody. Lincoln, has this been any fun so far for anybody? Are we having a good time? We want to be like all the time. Christians should set the bar for the rest of the world and show them how to laugh. Don't you agree with that? That we should? Okay, about a third of you. Because really, when you think about it, everything that happens to us is kind of a joke anyway. You know, Christian people, because we got forever. You know, and in the scope of eternity, all of this stuff is kind of a joke. You know, your lot in life, the things that beat us down. If you're a doctor down here on earth, you know, there's no sickness or disease in heaven. Right? If you're a lawyer down here, you probably won't get to heaven. So lighten up. Church should be fun, I think. Don't you think? Church should be fun? Tim and I travel around, do this in different places. I do it at comedy clubs, I go to cruise ships, college campuses, and church people. Church people are where I get this question. The church people will always come up and they'll say, do you think God has a sense of humor? John, do you think God has a sense of humor? He made church people. Come on, of course he has a sense of humor. Where do we get it from? God invented laughter. He invented it. He gave it to us as a gift to get through the tough times. It's his idea. And he manifests that gift through all of you, every single one of you. God put something stupid in every single one of you that the rest of the world is supposed to laugh at. When you cover up your stupidity, you are robbing people of a blessing from God. That's a sin. Problem in culture is that everybody gets offended now. We can't laugh anymore because everybody's offended. Everybody gets their feelings hurt. Everybody gets all their underwear in a knot about stuff. Point out differences in people. We point out and people get mad. You know, Christian people, we should get laughed at sometimes because we say things that we're not even aware of. We say stuff like, we're just here to introduce people to Jesus. We just want to introduce people to Jesus. Jesus already knows everybody. I know how many hairs you have on your head, but I'm not good with names. I heard a preacher say God is moving here. God is moving here. Wow, this must be a nice neighborhood. Nice lady in church stopped me a couple of weeks ago, came up to me after church and she said, you know, John, God's not finished with you yet. God is not finished with you yet. And she's probably right, but I think he's done making improvements. I turned 50 a couple of weeks ago, and yeah, things are not getting better. They're just getting different, you know? And God's looking down and going, let's see, what do we do with John now? Hey, let's push the veins in his legs a little closer to the surface. So when he wears shorts, it looks like an aerial map of Belize. Let's take the hair off the top and jam it in his ears. Some of it up his nose. I got 2 little mini car washes. Church ought to be fun. Just don't get worried about it. Just embrace the things that are silly. You know, have fun everywhere you go. Have fun in church. Man, if you don't go to church, if you're not having fun in church, you're doing it wrong. There's a million things you can do to have fun in church. Once. One time. You can have fun in church drinking apple juice if you put it in a Budweiser bottle first. Then you can share it with the kids in the nursery.
Once.
Next time they pass communion down your road, get one of those paper umbrellas and put it in the cup. And get one of these. This is an electronic cigarette. So there's no smoke, there's no nicotine, it's just a vapor. Check this out. This thing is a blast in the front row of church on Sunday morning. Amen. And there's certain places you just don't expect to see cigarettes. Do you take this man to be your lawful wedded husband? Welcome to Vacation Bible School, boys and girls. It's a boy. Is that too far, Lincoln? Did I cross that line? Okay. We just take ourselves too seriously, and we can't laugh at ourselves anymore. That's a shame, because laughter's everywhere. If you just open your eyes, you can see it. I was kicking around online a few weeks ago, and I found a town in Arkansas. The name of the town is spelled F-L-I-P-P-I-N. I would move there, because everything is funny at that point. Hey, I'm John, and I'm from Flippin, Arkansas. Family and I are at the Flippin Church of Christ every Sunday morning. I graduated from Flippin High School. There's my Flippin diploma on the wall. Go Birds.
Too far.
I don't know what they're called. I don't know. It should be birds. We can agree, right? Anything other than birds? Mistake. The reason I bring it up is it's a real place. You can go to their Flippin website. You will discover that they have no idea that they're hilarious. They don't know. Their website's very serious about their Board of Education, their Chamber of Commerce. There's a picture of a squad car on the website. It says on the side of the car, Flippin Police. How do you miss a thing like that? How do they keep a straight face in an emergency? Somebody call the flippin' cops! Humor's everywhere. It's everywhere. It's built into you. You can't avoid it. But you're not paying attention. Some of you have done this. You ever been driving down the road past a semi-truck, lean towards the window and going... That is fairly stupid. Have you ever had a semi-truck pass you and go... Marriage is stupid. It is. The whole idea is preposterous, you know. I mean, it still perplexes us in this country. I mean, we still seem to be surprised when it turns out to be difficult, you know. I've got a lot of friends who couldn't make it work, broke up their families, broke up their marriage, and they say things to me like, "Oh, we were just two different people, John. We tried to make it work. We were just two different people." Really? That's kind of the point, isn't it? If you were exactly the same, one of you would be unnecessary. Guys, it would be you. We're surprised when it's hard, you know? Marriage is just so hard. Marriage is just so hard. Yeah, if it was easy, you wouldn't have to take a vow to keep doing it until one of you died. What you got to do is enjoy the differences. That's what makes marriage, it's what makes it annoying, but it's also what makes it beautifully, fantastically funny. Later, not now, later. That's the key. You can't expect it now. The laughs come later. You're not the same person. You're different. My wife and I are two entirely different people. She talks to people, and I hate that. She can strike up a conversation with anyone, anytime, anywhere, for any reason. We went out to eat a couple of weeks ago. Sitting at the table, this couple walks by. We've never seen them before in our lives. My wife goes, I love that jacket. That's Neiman Marcus, isn't it? It is Neiman Marcus. How'd you know? We saw it in the catalog. Where'd you get it? We got it in New York. What'd you get it in New York for? Sister and husband living here. They do. They have pictures in here. Get pictures. 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 My wife does things that I do not understand, and I do things that she doesn't understand, and it's okay. The problem is when you start trying to understand each other, that's when you go crazy. Just let it in. Just let it be what it is. A few nights ago, I woke up in the middle of the night. It's like 2:30 in the morning because I heard this sound, this whistling coming from somewhere in the house. You know. So I nudged my wife to ask her to go look for it. And she's selfish at 2:30 in the morning. She's asleep, and so I had to go myself. So I'm trying to find this just using auditory signals. And when I get close, it sounds like it's moving. So I'm chasing it around in the dark for like 10 minutes, and then I finally realize it's this nostril. It's our relationship. There's many, many things that I don't know how to do, and that's why she's there to help me and stuff. But there's still this give and take. There's this thing, and that's what we want. You know, we think we want understanding. We think we want people to get us. We think we want our spouse to know exactly who we are, and that's never going to happen. You know, most of us don't know who we are. And so we've been married 30 years, my wife and I, and she still doesn't have any idea that I'm an idiot. She doesn't know. She doesn't know. She keeps asking me questions. She keeps asking me, expecting me to have reasonable answers to things. I've never known the answers to these questions. They're impossible. They're questions like, what are you thinking? I'm not thinking anything. Haven't you figured this out? We've been married 30 years. I've never had a single thought. I don't want to have a thought. I want you to do that. And she does. You know, I'm never thinking anything, but she doesn't know what that's like. She can't believe me. I say, I'm not thinking anything. That's impossible. Yeah, it's impossible for you because you're a girl. Girls cannot think nothing. It can't happen. When her mind is blank, there's still billions of calculations flying through it. Angles being considered, colors being coordinated, thoughts being processed and organized. She's like a 4 gigahertz, 256 terabyte file serving computer. I'm like the little solar calculator that comes free with cigarettes. And I still spend time with other guys, right? Me and the guys go out, we have coffee, we talk. Never once have I said, hey, Al, what you thinking? Because I don't care. She keeps wanting to borrow things. Still, 30 years later, she still wants to borrow things from me. She'll lean over and she'll go, hey, John, I need a tissue. Do you have a tissue? I have a tissue. Men don't carry Kleenex. Ever. To a guy, carrying Kleenex and wearing long sleeves is redundant. Well, think about it. If men carry Kleenex, this is never going to invent it. I can't take my own temperature when I don't feel well. When I'm sick, I don't feel well. I can't take my temperature. Just trying to read that blast thermometer. It's like looking into a crystal ball. I handed it to her and she said, hey, this is the baby thermometer. humor's everywhere. Don't be afraid to play with each other and enjoy each other's stupidity.